I want to talk about the best budget fragrances, in my opinion, for the fall weather and for cooler months. 10 incredible dupes that you can get for under $50. Now that just sounds great. I don't think any of us really want to spend that much money. I mean, maybe Frank, but not me. Number 1 is Massa by Lattafa. Now you can get this. This is a 100 ml, and this comes in on the little bit pricier side, but still under $50 at $43 at the time of filming this video. So what is this here? So this is a twist. I'm not gonna say direct dupe, but it's very similar. This is a twist dupe of Ganymede by Marc-Antoine Barrios. So I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I say it. And this is just a really good fragrance. It opens up with like warm, spicy notes. There's saffron in here. There's very nice leather. And when I say that, I mean like leathery, oudy notes. So leathery, oudy notes, saffron, but there's something unique about this fragrance as well as Ganymede, is there's like a mineral note in it, almost like a metallic type smell that's absolutely, I don't know, breathtaking in my opinion. It's very unique, and this one really just knocks it out of the park. But this is a little bit different than Ganymede because this has the note of mango in it. The opening of this has this fruity mango note, but don't get that twisted. It's not really a summer fragrance per se. You could wear this all year round, but in my opinion, this thrives in the fall weather, in the colder months. And the best part about this specific fragrance, besides the cheaper price, is that it's actually beast mode. I'm talking a few sprays is lasting you like 20 hours, and it's just such a masculine, great fragrance. And if you're looking for like just a banger for the cool fall months, you have to check this one out. Get your nose on this. Once again, this is Massa by Lattafa. Coming in at number 2, this is number 2, not number 3, bro. Coming in at number 2, this is Posh Malt. Some of you might already have guessed what this is a dupe of, but this is super close to Pure Malt by Mugler, which happens to be one of my favorite fragrances of all time, and it's now discontinued. So if you want to find it, check this out. This comes in at $20 for an 80 ml, not 100, but an 80. For $20, I mean, it's an absolute steal. So this is a very boozy, woody, patchouli-based fragrance. Let's give it a spray. I mean, Atomizer's not too bad. I absolutely love this DNA. Right off, it smells exactly like Pure Malt. It opens up with this really nice whiskey note to it. You know, it's a little bit spicy. There is some like fruity nuances kind of going on in the opening, but it's really nice. Patchouli, woody notes start to emerge. It almost dries down to like a nice amber, which I think most of us like, right? I mean, I do. And as that patchouli settles, it almost gives you that DNA of like the original Mugler's Amen, which we all love, what we should love, which is beast mode. Great performance, very masculine, $20, great for the fall months, cooler weather. Check this one out. This is I can't even talk again. You know, you think I'd be able to talk. This is Posh Malt. This is Posh Malt by Fragrance World. Number 3, we have coming in Cherry Cola by Paris Corner. And I'm gonna tell you, this is a very, very nice one. This one's just very pleasant. And this is $32 for the 100 ml. And if you're asking yourself, what is this a dupe of? This is a great, and I mean very nice dupe of Tonka Cola by Mancera. I almost forgot what it was a dupe of. Just warm, spicy cinnamon and like syrupy, thick, sweet cherry notes are in this. And it's a little bit fizzy, it's a little bit effervescent. It almost smells like, as you could guess, cherry cola, but it's like warm and sweet and very nice. I know some people don't like the DNA of Mancera's Tonka Cola, but I do. And I don't care if they don't like it, because I love it. And if you don't like it, then don't buy it. More for me. The dry down is very sweet. It is a very sweet fragrance. If you don't like sweet, you might not like this, and it gets ambery, a little bit of vanilla. The cherry note is really good. It's very unique overall, and this is a great dupe. The projection and the longevity is great. It's very unisex, can lean masculine or feminine, but overall for the price of this, it's an absolute steal. Don't steal it. Next up, number 4 is another one by Fragrance World, and this is Ombrage Valor. I think it's Valor though. Now, I don't hear many people talk about this fragrance, but it comes in at $30 once again for an 100 ml, and what this is a fantastic dupe, in my opinion, of Interlude Black Iris by Amouage. Now I will say, before we get too excited, this could be probably the most challenging that I have on this list. I mean, it really could be. This is very dark and mysterious, this fragrance. So if you find yourself being a dark and mysterious individual like myself, you'll probably dig it. It opens up with like very smoky iris and like resinous woods. That's kind of almost a hard fragrance to describe, to be honest. It gets a little bit oody and like, oud wood and ambery as it starts to dry down. It's very nice. Some people say they pick up like almost a pickly smell. I don't really get it. It's just very strong, nice iris. It's really good. I'm also getting a good dose of myrrh. Now, if you're not familiar with myrrh, it's almost like a sweet balsamic kind of a vibe going on there. Honestly, this almost smells like, it could smell like wet, burning maple leaves that fell off a tree in the fall. It kind of has that vibe. I mean, overall, this is perfect to wear for Halloween night. This is it. If you want to stroll through the graveyard, rock this, because that's what it smells like anyways. It did take me a little bit to get used to this DNA from Amouage, the whole interlude, man. I absolutely love it though right now, and this is very good projection, almost beast mode quality. I think it's just ultra masculine, and it's just for the price, once again, really good one. Wear it on a date night in the fall, or if you just want to feel a little bit gothic. Once again, that is a Barrage Velar by Fragrance World once again. At number 5, we have the Luciano Titan Collection, and this is Legacy. You might have heard me talk about this, I don't know, a couple times, which I have. Now this is $34 for the 100 ml, which is fantastic. This is a very good like dupe, almost like a little bit of a twisty dupe of Haultain by Parfums de Marly. It opens up very aromatic and sweet. There's a lot of oud wood in here. I don't know if it's real oud wood, but there's oud wood. And this DNA was made popular by Initio's Oud for Greatness. If you're familiar with that fragrance and you like that DNA, this is a must buy. You gotta try this one. It's a little bit sweeter. I think Haultain and Oud for Greatness are similar anyways. And this is could be thrown right in between those two. I really love the saffron and like the cinnamon in here mixing with the woody notes. It's just perfect. Another beast mode with great performance. I think it leans a little masculine. You can wear this, in the cooler months, this thing thrives. And like I said, if you like that Oud for Greatness, that Haultain DNA, gotta check this one out. This is Legacy, the Titan series by Luciano Fragrances. Number 6, we have Ombre Nimbus. And if you can guess, this is a dupe, clearly, of Louis Vuitton's Ombre Nomad. You know what though? They did change the name of this one. The newer bottles, not this one, is now called Ombre Odyssey. And this is about $35 for the 100 ml, once again, which is awesome. Let's give this bad boy a spray. So, great atomizer on this too. So right off, this is a rose oud fragrance. If you're familiar with rose oud style fragrances, that's what you're getting here, but there is some uniqueness to it. There's a twist to it, and what it is, in my opinion, is like leather. Take a fresh black leather, add that with the rosy oud, and that's what you get. You get the Ombre Nomad Louis Vuitton vibe for $35. And I think this is probably the best dupe, clone, whatever you want to call it, of Ombre Nomad on the market. Luciano, Ombre Nimbus. If the rose oud thing is your jam, check this out. Beast mode, great in the cooler months. Next up at number 7, we'll do a little spray do here. Now this is liquid, I'll do a spray do. I just sprayed him right in the face. I didn't mean to. No, just wash it off. This is Liquid Brun by Fragrance World. This comes in at $42. One of the more expensive fragrances on this list. Still under $50 though for the 100 ml. Now this is a almost, I think, 1-to-1 dupe of Altair by Parfums de Marly. If you're not familiar, what this is basically is a fantastic, unique vanilla fragrance. It's warm, it's spicy, there's like heavy cinnamon in here. I get orange too that comes through. It's really nice. It almost gives off like a root beer vibe, or almost like a root beer float. If you dig that, you'll really dig this. I would say it's very unisex. It's almost beast mode, perfect for the fall weather. I think this would slay on date nights, to be honest. So if you dig the sweet vanilla frags, this is your jam. Liquid Brun. Number 8, what a great one. Honestly, this is Vintage Radio by Lattafa. This comes in at $30 roughly for the 100 ml. Now, this is a really good, like, twisty dupe of Paragon by Initio Parfums. And this is probably the most versatile fragrance, versatile fragrance on this whole list. I mean, right off, let's just talk about why. This can be worn year-round. Any season, this will slay, but it does smell so good in the cooler months, so I had to put it on this list. It opens up just like super peppery. You get like pepper right away, and like creamy sandalwood, and there's this amazing like plum note. The plum in here just cuts right through. Peppery, woody, creamy sandalwood, and plum. I absolutely love this fragrance. I would say it's a little bit sweeter than Paragon is, if you're familiar with that. It's not as smoky. If you have Paragon or you know what that smells like, you'll understand that. But I mean, it's fantastic in its own right, and it's almost beast mode. You know, 2-3 sprays, you're set for like 9 hours, honestly. It's unisex, and one of my favorite fragrances, I don't want to say of all time, but we'll say of 2023 when this came out, this is my favorite dupe of that whole year, and already going into this year, and probably beyond this video. Really good. Vintage Radio by Lattafa. And I like the art. If you don't like it, off. Okay, now number 9 is a banger, and by seeing this bottle, you already know what this is a dupe of, but this is Fragrance World once again, Royal Blend, and clearly, you can see this is a dupe of By Kilian's Angel Share. This goes for about roughly $38, $40 for the 100 ml, which is absolutely crazy, and honestly, you know what? This, in my opinion, is the closest dupe, this beats out Camera, this is the closest dupe to Kilian's Angel Share that I have smelled thus far. What is that fragrance? Well, let's talk about it. That fragrance is delicious and amazing. It really is, on anybody. It is a boozy, warm, spicy, like vanillic fragrance. Honestly, what this smells like and what Angel Share smells like to me, take a cinnamon roll and just like pour cognac all over it. It just smells like that. It's so good. It's sweet, it's vanilla, there's cinnamon, and there's boozy notes. And you get hit with that booze right off the rip. The smell is like basically almost 100%. I will say the real version is a little denser and like full, if that makes sense. This is a little bit thinner, but the real version's like $300-ish. This one's like $40, right? The projection is very good. The longevity is very good. This is very unisex, and it absolutely smells amazing on women as well as men, but mostly women in my opinion. It's just great. It's just very delicious, yummy fragrance. I said yummy. That's perfect for the cooler months and will just dominate in the fall. Date nights all the way. All right, coming in at number 10, this is definitely not least. In fact, I've been wearing this one more than all of them, and this is Fierte by Fragrance World. Can you see that bottle? There's a wolf on the top howling at the moon, and this is made of solid metal where you could put this in a slingshot and literally kill somebody with it. It's insane. This is the most expensive fragrance on this list. This is coming in at $50 for an 80 ml, but I will say, this is a fantastic dupe that I stumbled upon of Baby Cat by YSL. And if you're not familiar with Baby Cat, it is just very hard to find in the United States. Like almost not impossible, but it's hard to find. Like they just didn't release it here. And ultimately what it is, it's a vanilla fragrance, but it's very unique and complex. Do some sprays on me on the skin here. Good atomizer. Beast mode, I'm gonna say right off. Now, this is a very super peppery and smoky vanilla. You gotta like smoke. It's not like burning building smoke like some high-end niche stuff, but definitely smoky and peppery. The smokiness and the warm, spicy, and the peppery vanilla just gets you, but there's some other things going on here. There's almost like this leathery, suede burning smell, like a burning sugar almost. It almost smells like melting, burning plastic or like rubber. Not like a burning tire, but like it's just gotta be the burning sugar. So picture smoke, burning sugar, and vanilla. It's just very unique. And it almost, like I said, has like a plasticky fabric or leather smell. It's a hard one to pin down. And you know what? I've never smelled a fragrance when Baby Cat came out that was similar to it. This is like almost a one-to-one dupe, but I would say this one is sweeter. You might dig this one more. It kind of just amped the sweetness up, and it's just fantastic. Beast mode, highly unisex, just absolutely great in the colder months for fall weather. I get tons of compliments with this one. It just smells great. Once again, this is Fierte by Fragrance World. Just remember there's a little like wolf on the front, howling at the moon. You know, there's a rumor if you wear this, you turn into an actual werewolf if there's a full moon out. I haven't tried that out, but I'm probably going to. There we go. That's all 10. Now, let me know if you have any recommendations, for under the $50 mark. We'll keep it for the fall weather. Just for fall, maybe we'll throw in colder months. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to kind of hear some stuff that I'm not familiar with, and I'll check those out and tell me why they should have been on this list. And if you don't want to, then I don't know, Nick, never talk to me again, honestly, because I'm just too busy.